What's up, you guys? Welcome back and welcome if you're new. In today's video, we're going to be working on my friend's Tacoma. We're going to be installing some Alpha-Rex headlights onto his 2015 Toyota Tacoma. So if you guys do have a second gen 2012 to 2015, this video is going to be for you guys. Let's go ahead and now get into the video and show you guys. This is going to be a pretty simple install. All you're going to need is either a flathead screwdriver or a panel removal tool like this. You're also going to need a 10mm socket. You're going to move on to the headlight and you're going to notice there's going to be two screws up top. One right here, one right here. In case you don't have a 10mm socket, you can also use a Phillips head screwdriver, which is just a plus. I recommend using the 10mm socket. It's a little bit safer on the actual bolt, so you won't strip it. Let's get that out. Just like that. Just like that. Just to show you, this is going to be your guys' wheel well. As far as ours, we already have it pre-cut, so it's easy for us to pull it back. But for you guys, you're going to have a clip here, and you're going to have a couple clips going down the way. Those are easy to remove. They're just pop-off clips, kind of like we did with the panel removal tool. And I believe you have one screw at the bottom over here. Like I said, ours is pre-cut, so we don't have any of that. I just wanted to explain that. Once you pull it back, so behind the wheel well, you're going to see this here. And this is going to be the bracket that comes from the headlight. On the opposite side over here, you're going to have a bolt. That's going to be a size 10mm socket. You're going to want to go ahead and remove that to remove the actual headlight. So bringing you guys back right here, the bracket of the headlight is right here. And the bolt will be on the opposite side here, which is going to be a size 10mm socket. Now that we removed those two bolts, you're going to notice on the grill, there's going to be a little clip here. Using your panel removal tool or a flathead, you're going to get in between the little lines there and you're going to pry up on it. It should just pop off super easy. There's also going to be another one on the opposite side. Now moving along the grill here, you're going to notice there's a screw here and a screw here. That's also with the 10mm socket or a Phillips head screwdriver. Once you've done so, we're going to move on now to the passenger side, and you're going to notice you have two more of those screws. And then you're also going to have one more clip right here, as we stated earlier. Pops right out. Now that we removed all the screws and the tabs up top, now we can go ahead and remove this. I will be honest with you guys, the bottom section of this, when you pull it out, it's going to be a little bit hard, so you're going to have to actually shove it kind of hard. One trick is pulling the tab up right here, just like that. Once you have it loose, you should be able to release the bottom, just like that. Like I said, on the bottom, let me show you guys, there's going to be these little tabs right there, and they're actually held into the bumper right here. So that's going to be your hardest part when you go to release it. Just want to let you guys know because we struggled a little. Let's get to the next step. Now we're going to remove this section right here. Go ahead and get your panel removal tool. Just get in here. You're going to want to go ahead and pop out. It's held in with the little green clip, which I'll show you guys right now how that looks. Once it's popped out, now you just go ahead and slide forward just like that, and it should come right out. Now we're going to go ahead and get ready to remove the headlight. Before we do that though, you want to go ahead and make sure you remove all the plugs. Ours are going to be a little bit different because we do have aftermarket LEDs and stuff like that. So I'm not going to show you guys everything, but basically just go ahead and unplug everything. And once you have it all unplugged, then we can go ahead and get to the next step. So now that we unplugged everything in the back, if you guys do have a 2015 Tacoma like us, you're just going to have three plugs. It's going to be the little turn signal, I believe it's the high beam, and then the low beam, and that should be it. They do have little clip connectors, like as an example. So all you do is you push down on them and you release. Sometimes they are a little bit hard, so what you could do is get a flathead and use it as if you were using your thumb and pull out. So I just wanted to tell you guys that. They're a little bit hard sometimes, but it's only three plugs if you have the same year as us. Once that's done, you're going to notice these two right here. You're going to want to go ahead and push these tabs up and over. Sometimes they could be a little hard, but once you get it going, you're going to want to go ahead and bring it outwards a little bit. Once it's in this section here, then you want to go ahead and, with the bottom right here, you want to go ahead and kind of bang it out. It's held into a clip right here, so it has to be slid inwards after you've pulled it out like I just showed. So go ahead and start playing with it. Just like that. And as you do that, I want you guys to keep in mind, there is also a little plastic tab right here, which that's what was holding the bumper trim piece. You want to make sure not to break that. So we have it loose now. This is the part that's going to be a little bit difficult for you guys because you're going to have to wiggle this headlight out. It's a little bit awkward to get it out of here. So the trick is you're going to want to go ahead and kind of bring it inwards, just like that, as you guys can see, just like that. And we're out. So you also do want to be careful if you are going to keep your factory headlights. This side is metal, so as you're bringing it inwards like that, just be cautious not to hit it on this. Since it's metal, it will scratch the headlight. And once again, be cautious about that plastic bracket. You do not want to break that because that's where that trim goes. All right, you guys, so now we're going to get ready to install this wire. I'll explain to you guys a little more on this, but I just wanted to tell you really quick. There's going to be one wire that goes this way, and the rest of the wires are going to be on the driver's side. So what we're going to be doing with this is we're actually going to be installing it under this cover right here. So if you want to do it the lazy way, you can. You can go ahead and zip tie it up through the front, but then you're going to see wires. If you guys want to do it the clean way, do it the way we're going to do, which is removing this cover here. Let me show you guys really quick. So grabbing your panel removal tool, you're going to notice there's a clip here, 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 here. Backside right here, there's one there, one there, one there, and one there. Same thing, as easy as the other ones. You get it in between the little notch there. Once it pulls up, then you can go ahead and take it out fully. So we're going to do that with the rest of them. Okay, once you get all the clips, this whole thing should release. So we're going to be running the wire this way, so that way we can zip tie it and make it look nice and clean after we've installed this again. So on this harness, you're going to notice, let's start off right here with the box. So on one side of the box, you're going to have two plugs coming out that are red. There's going to be a short one, which is going to be for your driver's side headlamp. And then you're going to have a long one, which is going to go to your passenger side headlamp. So that one, we're going to route it this way. And you guys will see how that one goes installed onto the new headlights. But that's the only wire that's going to be ran this way. The rest of it, there's the short red one. And all of these other wires, you want to go ahead and leave them closest to the battery, which is the driver's side. So we're going to leave that sitting for now. So we're going to go ahead and zip tie this back here. And then we'll go ahead and reinstall this panel. Let's do that now. All right, so we're going to go ahead and start zip tying this. And the reason we're doing it this way is just so that way there's no exposed wires through the front side. But if you want to do it that way, you can. I just like it this method because, like I said, it's a little bit cleaner. It hides away all the wires. So that way no one can see that you've ran wires. It's just a cleaner one. So now that we ran that one wire from the passenger side all the way over here, we've reinstalled that cover piece so it looks nice and clean. Now what you're going to have left over is going to be all these wires here. You're going to notice that one that goes to the headlight, the red, we're going to drop it here for now, and then we'll figure that out later. I'm going to make it look nice and clean as well. So right now we're going to focus on this opposite side, which has the positive red with the fuse, and then the black, which is the negative. So this bad boy right here, we're going to be installing it to the negative right here. So that's going to go into this bolt, which is a size 10mm socket. As far as for the red, which is the positive, we're going to route this underneath all of this just to make it look clean. And this one, we're going to mount it to the positive of the battery. So let's go ahead and get started here. And cool thing with these wires, you don't need to take the bolt off all the way, because they have a slit right there. So that allows you to slide the wire in, just like that. Let's go ahead and reinstall. Okay, we're good there. Now we're gonna move on to the positive. We'll do the same thing. Same thing, the positive will have that slit, so you don't have to take the bolt off all the way. We'll go ahead and reinstall. So now what you're going to be left with is going to be this one here and this yellow one. The yellow one is also going to go to the headlight, the driver's side. So we're going to drop that here with the red one. And this gray wire, which has a red added fuse attached to it, we're going to go ahead and route this underneath all of here. And we're going to bring it in because we're going to have to slide it in through here into the actual truck. So I'm just trying to hide away all the wires. So when we're done, it looks good. So I'm gonna show you guys a trick. You don't have to do this, but we ended up getting a clothes hanger, a metal one. We opened it up just like that. This is the way I like routing my wires. Since we're gonna go in through there, we can't lose it. We're gonna go ahead and grab the wire that's gonna go in, put it here, and we're gonna go ahead and use some black electrical tape, and we're just gonna go ahead and stick it onto the metal clothes hanger. And now that we got it all taped up, it shouldn't fall. We've already previously routed some wires through there. As you guys can see, these are aftermarket wires. So we're just gonna follow that same hole. If you're having trouble, you can go ahead and get a small razor blade and cut a tiny slit through there. But like I said, we already previously ran some wire through. And it will also help if you have someone inside to go ahead and guide this clothes hanger all the way through, so you're not poking any critical wires or ripping through anything. So we're gonna get this through, and we're gonna show you guys from the other side. So now that we have the clothes hanger and the wire through, we're gonna go ahead and take the tape off to expose the added fuse, because that's gonna have to be installed inside this inside fuse box, which we'll show you where that goes right now as well. It's not too hard, so don't be intimidated. So there's the added fuse. So we're gonna go ahead and open this little guy up right here. And all it is you push up and it comes right out. So there's gonna be a little fuse box inside of here. That wire that I just showed you guys, I've ran it through into here. As you guys can see, here's the added fuse that we just installed. And this one, if you notice on your fuse box, sorry, we do have a lot of wires in here, so it's a little hard for you guys to see it, but there's the fuse box. We're gonna be removing this 15 that's on the top left corner. So with the little tool, you'll be able to pull that thing right out, just like that. And there's the fuse. And what we're gonna do with that is you're gonna notice on the added fuse, we're missing one there. We're gonna install it there, and that'll get reinstalled. Let me do that really quick. So on the added fuse, you're gonna notice, I just put that 15 that we took out from the top. Now we're gonna go ahead and reinstall the added fuse into that slot, just like that. Make sure it's pushed in all the way. Once that's done, then you can go ahead and get your little cupboard here and reinstall it. It slides right in, exactly the way you took it off. There it is, just like that. Now you can see the wire is ran through. So you're gonna see the wire is running through. Here's the little box. So we did add some 3M double-sided sticky tape. This is VHB, it's super sticky. So once you stick it on, it won't come off. It does come with a little hole here if you want to go ahead and screw it to your body. We didn't want to do that, so that's why we added the sticky tape. So we cleaned off the body here, and we're just doing this so it looks nice and clean out of the way. This is going to be right there. Apply some pressure. That thing ain't going anywhere. So now you're going to notice there's this yellow wire here, and then here's the red one coming out of there. So these are going to go to the driver's side headlamp. You guys will see in a bit. So now we're gonna go ahead and move on to installing the headlights onto the truck. I did want to tell you guys, these do actually have two different modes. And what I mean by that is gonna be on the DRL, you can either have it turn white or you can have it turn amber. I'm going to show you guys how you guys can flip through those modes. It's going to be easiest to switch it right now that it's off the truck. So looking on the bottom side over here, you're going to notice there's a little box right here, and it's going to have Phillips head screws. Go ahead and remove those so that way I can expose it and show you guys what I mean. Okay, so looking under here, you're going to notice these two plugs, these two gray ones, were disconnected. So whenever it is disconnected like this, your amber lights are going to be white. If you guys do want the DRLs to be on the amber color, all you have to do is literally plug these two in and you'll have amber DRLs. As far as for us, we want them to be white, so we're gonna leave this unplugged just like that. I just took it apart because I wanted to show you guys. So once you've chosen what color you want, now you can go ahead and reinstall this box exactly the way you took it off. So now that you've made your choice as far as if you want the amber or the white DRL, we're just gonna go ahead and now start connecting. So it's gonna be pretty simple. So let me show you guys. So on the driver's side, you're gonna have those two wires that are coming from that little fuse box that we installed. That's from Alpharex. We're gonna start off with the little red one. That one's gonna go connected to this brown wire coming out of the headlight. It's super simple. You literally just slide it right in. And then it has a little rubber piece to go ahead and seal it off. It's like a weather strip. Go ahead and slide it right over. I'll show you guys right now. So there it is. And then we're going to go ahead and grab on the factory harness. There's a little yellow wire coming out. And then on the AlphaRex box that we installed, there's a yellow wire. And you just match those up. It only goes in one way. You're going to notice it has a clip. And it has a clip here. Go ahead and push the clips together. Just like that. Once that's done, you're going to go ahead and now grab the factory wire harness that's from Toyota, and you're going to start matching up the wires. So this gray one that's smaller will go connected, and it only goes in one way, so you can't really mess this up. And then the next one, this gray one, and same thing, it only goes in one way. Make sure it clips in all the way, so give it some nice firm pressure. You want these plugs to have full contact. And then on this one here that comes out of the headlight, you're going to connect it to the factory harness, and same thing, it only goes in one way. It's a 3-prong, as you guys can see, so male to female, and slide it in all the way. Make sure it clips, and now that you're done, you can slide the little rubber. Now we're going to get ready to install these on the truck. Notice we still have the plastic on it. Reason I did that is so that way when we reinstall it, we don't scratch up the actual lens. Now that all the wires are connected, we're going to go ahead and reinstall it. So exactly the way you took it off, you're going to just do the opposite to reinstall. So what we're going to do is we're going to angle it this way, and we're going to slowly start inserting, as you guys can see. And like I was telling you guys, you're going to have to kind of play with it. It's not going to be friendly. You're just going to have to dominate it, because I know some of you guys are dominators. Once it's somewhat in, you want to remember you have a bracket here, and you want to make sure to slide it into that bracket. And then there we are. All right, you guys, so now that we have everything installed, now you just have to reinstall the 3 screws that you had taken off from the headlight. If you guys do remember, 2 of them right here at the top are going to be exactly the same. The one that you took off from the side of the headlight, that one's going to be slightly different. So just keep that in mind when reinstalling. So you want to go ahead and start these by hand, and you also want to remember this is plastic, so you don't want to go ahead and over tighten it, but you do want it tight enough where it's not going to fall. We're going to do the one on the side over here. That one we won't be able to show you guys, but if you remember, it's the one that we had to go inside the wheel well here. So we're going to get that done and we'll get back to you. So now that everything's bolted down, now we're going to go ahead and reinstall this panel. If you guys do remember, it's held in with that right there, so it's going to have to go in at an angle into that. And then on this side, it has that green clip that's going to go into that. So we first have to get it in there. You literally just slide in, and then you go ahead and align it over here, and you snap in. It's that easy. Let's move on to the passenger side. And now that we have the passenger side in, the installation is going to be very similar to the driver's side. There's only one exception. The only difference, if you guys do remember, on the driver's side, there was a yellow wire coming out and we connected another yellow wire to it. For the passenger side, this is actually going to be a dummy, so it's not going to be used at all. You can either tape this off or leave it as is, but this is not going to be used. So we're going to leave that there. And like I said, it's going to be exactly the same as far as installation and plugs. So that's what we're going to get to right now. I'm going to finish this up. So now that we have both headlights in, everything's now installed, everything's bolted down. Up next, we're going to go ahead and now install the grille. If you guys do remember, when we took it off, we showed you guys the tabs on the bottom here. They're going to have to align in here. So that's what we're going to do now. So just make sure everything is aligned correctly or else it won't go in. And then towards the top, let me show you guys really quick. Towards the top, you're also going to have this point here and this point here. Those also have to insert into there. So make sure that's also aligned. And you do want to give it a nice push in so all the clips do sit into place. Once that's done, go ahead and get the 2 10mm bolts that you took off from the center there, and then the 2 push tabs as well. Remember, you want to make sure that they're open before you try to slide them in. So you pop it in, and then you could go ahead and push the tab. So now everything's locked into place. We're going to go ahead and close the hood now and show you guys turned on. Alright, you guys, so now that they're all installed, we just wanted to show you guys really quick. Right now we're going to turn them on, but before that I wanted to explain, if you guys did like this in-depth video as far as how to install them and how to wire it up, please make sure to hit that like button. So let's go ahead and just turn them on and show you guys the dance feature. So as you guys can see, there's the little dance feature. I really like these because of that. Of course, on my Tacoma, I do have Morimotos, but if you guys do like the Alpha X, these also give you that cool feature. And as we showed you guys earlier in the video, you can make that DRL either white like we did, or you can plug in those two gray connectors, which we showed you guys, to make them amber. So that's your choice. Now we're gonna go ahead and turn off the main headlights, just to show you guys. So there it is. So now it'll just show the DRL. So one thing to take note on, these DRLs will be on all the time, and even if your headlights are off. So now we're gonna go ahead and turn on the low beams, just to show you guys. There it is. And now we're gonna go ahead and turn on the high beams, which is gonna be this one right here. Up next, we'll go ahead and turn on the turn signal, just to show you guys. And there's that. I like the little sequential feature. I don't know about you guys, but I think that's always pretty cool on any headlight that has that. And now we're gonna go ahead and turn the headlight off and the turn signal off. Damn, so check that out, you guys.
All right, you guys, so I wanted to show you how the Alpha X lights look at night. These ones do have a continuous running DRL, which you can see right away. That's not even the headlights, that's just the DRL. Now let me turn the headlights on. Keep in mind I am inside the vehicle right now. This is just your regular low beam. Pretty bright. Here's the high beam from the inside. Now let me go around and show you from the outside. So this is the outside. You see you have 3 low beam LEDs on each side. The 4th one is for your high beam. And they are pretty bright. And then I wanted to show you the little feature when you lock the vehicle. Do their little dance.
All right, you guys, so now that we finished up with the installation, now that you guys saw kind of how it looks when they're turned on, if you guys do want to go ahead and purchase yours, make sure to check out the description box below. That way you guys can use the discount code as well. And if you guys do have any more questions, make sure to let me know in the comment section below. If you guys did enjoy today's video, please make sure to like, comment, and subscribe. We'll see you guys on the next one. Peace.
JesseRizo is here for you. Is here for you. It's super simple. Please feel free to subscribe.